cruises. Turn the key, let's cruise, yeah. Bicycle bells chime down the avenue. Sitting at the glass table, drinking brew. You pull out that crumpled yellow page, full of crazy things we wrote at 17 age. We saved every dime in an old tin can, drawing map lines right across the living floor plan. In a vintage blue convertible, driving down the coast, living out the memories that we love the most. Traded late night shifts for skylines of blue. Every wild imagination came right true. Look out the window now, my old friend. Reality is knocking at the road's bend. Silver flight leaves right from gate 42. Every dream whispered, waiting in the hard view. Keys are heavy right inside my jacket coat. Engine plays a laid-back rim shot note. In a vintage blue convertible, driving down the coast, living out the memories that we love the most. Traded late night shifts for skylines of blue. Every wild imagination came right true. Remember when we swore we'd see the neon coast? I kept my word, booked a ride for us both. Pen in your hand, stretches line 1, 2, and 3. Got 40 years left for the thrill we see. In a vintage blue convertible, driving down the coast, living out the memories that we love the most. Traded late night shifts for skylines of blue. Every wild imagination came right true. Turn the golden key, walk right through the open door. Vintage blue. "7:42, time to step out." "7:42 blows on the brass alarm. Brush dust right off my suit jacket arm. Tonight the spotlight warm upon my sleeve will prove the wild things I used to believe. The velvet curtain waits behind the stage door. Leather shoes step onto polished oak floor. It's 7:42 under the silver spotlight beam, living out the sweetest part of the dream. Ink on my old list has turned to gold. The nervous kid who sang is growing bold. Smell of cedar wood heavy brass latch turns, breaks the quiet spell. Thousand faces wait, hear the horn lines swell. Upright bass begins, snare drum brushes soft, counting checked off items as the music lifts aloft. It's 7:42 under the silver spotlight beam, living out the sweetest part of the dream. Ink on my old list has turned to gold. The nervous kid who sang is growing bold. From rooftop jazz in Tokyo to vinyl in my head, playing with the 7-piece band instead. Final chord sustains, hangs inside the air. I bow my head and smile because I made it there. It's 7:42 under the silver spotlight beam, living out the sweetest part of the dream. Ink on my old list has time to go. The nervous kid who sang is growing bold. 7:42 was where the future came awake. Realest step I will ever take. Neon lavender spilled across the diner booth, sitting alone, trading stories with the truth. Stranger in a wool coat asks if the seat is free. Slide my leather journal over, pour a cup of tea. He points to the dates, circled dark and blue, asking what a guy like me is celebrating through. Under violet neon while the night unfolds, living out the stories that were left untold. Whatever we picture takes form in the air. Reality stands by my side right there. I tell him every box was checked before the night, from Tokyo alleys to the silver stage light. He grins and orders 2 hot coffees with no shame. Says the world bends over once you stop playing tame. Pulled out my stamp passport, smile at the glass, watching ordinary Tuesday moments pass. Under violet neon while the night unfolds, living out the stories that were left untold. Whatever we picture takes form in the air. Reality stands by my side right there. Strangers trading stories while the jukebox hums. Nothing out of reach when He taps my shoulder, says whatever you picture next. Don't ask the universe for its price or text. Under violet neon, while the night unfolds, living out the stories that were left untold. Whatever we picture takes form in the air. Reality stands by my side right there. Lavender glow on the street, clean paper under my feet. Step into the cool night air. Brass key rests beside my coffee cup, belong to the trunk under my bed, locked up. Inside lay a folded notebook full of places, written in ink by a broke kid tracing faces. Today the notch fits into the iron lock. Every single dream spills across the block. Cools while the room turns bright. Saxophone floating through the dark night. What used to be a daydream in my head walks into the daylight that I left behind instead. Check the last box on a faded yellow sheet, where distant streetlights meet a quiet city beat. Tenor saxophone landing every wild mark, turning promises bright out of the dark. Slide my jacket on, step into the street. Skyline shifts to match my sketch complete. Coffee cools while the room turns bright. Saxophone floating through the dark night. What used to be a daydream in my head walks into the daylight that I left behind instead. beside my coffee cup belong to the trunk under my bed, locked up. Inside lay a folded notebook full of places written in ink by a broke kid tracing faces. Today the notch fits into the iron lock. Every single dream spills across the block. Coffee cools while the room turns bright. Saxophone floating through the dark night. What used to be a daydream in my head walks into the daylight that I left behind instead. Check the last box on a faded yellow sheet where distant streetlights meet a quiet city beat. Turn the saxophone land in every wild mark, turning promises bright out of the dark. Slide my jacket on, step into the street. Skyline shifts to match my sketch complete. Coffee cools while the room turns bright. Saxophone floating through the dark night. What used to be a daydream in my head walks into the daylight that I left behind instead. Check the last box on a faded yellow sheet, where distant streetlights meet a quiet city beat. Tenor saxophone land in every wild mark, turn promises right out of the dark. Slide my jacket on, step into the street. Skyline shifts to match my sketch complete. Coffee cools while the room turns bright. Saxophone floating through the dark night. What used to be a daydream in my head walks into the daylight that I left behind instead. Check the last box on the faded yellow sheet where distant streetlights meet a quiet city beat. Tenor saxophone land in every wild mark, turning promises bright out of the dark. Slide my jacket on, step into the street. Skyline shifts to match my sketch complete. Coffee cools while the room turns bright. Saxophone floating through the dark night. What used to be a daydream in my head walks into the daylight that I left behind instead. Warm brass key rests beside my coffee cup, belong to the trunk under my bed, locked up. Inside lay a folded notebook full of places written in ink by a broke kid tracing faces. Today the notch fits into the iron lock. Every single dream spills across the block. Coffee cools while the room turns bright. Dented silver coin rests right beside my mug. Trace the engraved rim, give my collar a tug. Notepad opens to a line written years ago. List of impossible places I swore I'd know. Now the trumpet hits a muted velvet slide. Every buried dream starts to bloom inside. Tinted silver coin warming in my palm. Muted trumpet plays a midnight song. Stepping through the doorway, drawn in my mind, leaving all the quiet doubts far behind. board shift into an oceanside pier. City skyline bends until the stars appear. Every crazy promise made unto my soul steps out from the paper and takes complete control. Cross off line number 7 with a black pen. Balcony view I dreamed of way back then. Dented silver coin warming in my palm. Muted trumpet plays a midnight song. Stepping through the doorway drawn in my mind, leaving all the quiet doubts far behind. Built this sanctuary out of patience and love, no longer waiting for a sign from above. Boundaries between my sleep and waking fade, watching every miracle my own hands made. Dented silver coin warming in my palm. Muted trumpet plays a midnight song. Stepping through the doorway drawn in my mind, leaving all the quiet doubts far behind. Coin stays warm tonight under golden light. Close the notepad with a smile.